Zonic, you are stepping into stage 3 and you're meeting B8. How are you feeling?
I feel good. Obviously, it's always special going into the major, end of the season. It's everything that we have worked on throughout the season is for this moment. So obviously a bit of nerves, but looking forward. I think we come in way stronger this time around than compared to Austin, and yeah, looking forward for tomorrow.
And you're playing against a team who's come all the way from stage 1. Is that maybe a difference, so you also have some material to look at?
I mean, of course, it's for my side of things, it helps because they have recently played. They didn't have that much time to adapt. You can see the tendencies and what new strats they have because they didn't save anything for this moment, of course. But for the players, it's also about being ready from the start because they have been playing. They're used to the setup. They have been dealing with the pressure of almost getting eliminated, if I remember correctly. But having a better stage 2 and yeah, so they come in maybe a bit more hot, maybe a bit more used to the environment. But a team like us, we have to deal with it.
And also coming into this stage, it's best of 1. Are you a little bit afraid going into the best of 1?
I hate best of 1s. I think it's some of these times where we also experienced it last time, and I really want to go out publicly after but it's never the good timing when you lose because of it. But if you win, I think it's something that is I don't want games to be random. I'm not saying that they necessarily are random because you need to be strong mentally to win these games, but lose 2 pistol rounds and the second rounds as well, and maybe a first battle round, then it's looking really dire and you cannot afford to make any mistakes. I think that's probably the downside about it. And I think everyone in the community agrees that best of 1s is not that good, but it is what it is, and it's equal for all teams. And again, as I said before, we need to be mentally sharp and mentally ready for this type of format as well.
So what have you done to prepare for the best of 1 specifically?
I mean, I think we have been doing it throughout the season. Not necessarily the best of 1s, but how we react in these pressure games. And I think especially when things have been going to semifinals and also finals, we have seen that it's been tough games. I think we had a talk after Chengdu in China where we addressed this, and I think we improved in Hong Kong straight after beating Vitality in the semifinal, a game against the best team of the year, and in a game that mattered. People talked about the EWC game, which was a third place decider. Then against FURIA, of course, it was a game where it was small margins here and there, but I didn't felt like I did at DPL, where we really fell through in the grand final. It was a close game that could have gone our way, overtime on Train and Mirage. So I feel it was just a better team on the day with small percentages, and I saw improvement. And now coming into this, we have to take all that data. That's because we still were a new team throughout this season with Maxime coming in, not only him, but also 2 players in 2 different roles. And all the things that we have been doing this season has been building up to this, and have to admit we have not been able to work too much on the mental side because it has been a lot about the in-game, fixing our playbook, having a strong map pool, all of these things which I think we have succeeded with. But the mental part, we did some work in Chengdu, and hopefully it's enough.
Yeah, and you mentioned the mental side. It's maybe been a little bit of a struggle in the finals, as you also mentioned. So you worked on the mental side, not something specifically for the best of 5s, maybe?
No, I mean not for the best of 5. I think best of 5 is also a lot about the map pool. It was very important for me because we saw a pattern of us always playing Ancient, opponents always picking Inferno, and I felt like at one point we were only playing those 2 maps, and it was very important for me that we started playing more Dust 2, more Mirage, because what I see in practice is really good, and a team like us looking at on paper like a map like Dust 2, we should be really strong on it. And I think by working on it and also playing official games that we did, we beat Spirit twice. I think we have improved a lot, and this is some of the main things that we can take away from this season is working on everything and focusing mostly on the in-game stuff.
And I want to maybe throw you a little bit of a curveball now, because Glaive is transitioning to a coach, and it's just been reported by HLTV he's going to 100 Thieves. Do you think he will do good as a coach?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, he always had this dream. I remember in the early days of Astralis as well, he talked to me about one day when he was gonna retire as a player, he's gonna become a coach. So I knew this day will happen, and I think regardless of where he goes, he might need some time. You know, coaching is not just about the in-game stuff. It's also about how you are a leader, how you're reacting to the players, having individual talks, creating a culture on the team as well. And I see all the qualities that he has to become one of the best coaches. So I'm just happy for him and hope that he will succeed.
Yeah. So these qualities, of course, you saw him as when you were coach for Astralis. What specifically is it that he has that would make him a good coach?
First and foremost, he's a true leader. I would say he is not afraid to take discussions, but also caring about his players a lot. He did this when he was a captain in Astralis as well, whether it was protecting against TOs or even Astralis itself. When you have these things on a team, and he was very good at including his players, but also making decisions when he had to, and also confronting his team when he saw things that he was not satisfied with. Of course, he's not been playing on the top for some time now. Towards the end so might need some adaptation and getting back into it. But I think it's a good step that he has taken, and yeah, just again happy for him.
And I want to ask you, what's the biggest strength and weakness for Falcons right now?
I think obviously the biggest strength is that I feel like we are unstoppable if the players hit the A game. I think for now and this is something that we have been struggling with, especially in some of the big game, is this finding the balance between when are we giving the players freedom compared to when things are not working that well. If you have an Ilya or Maxim or Nico not hitting on all cylinders, to take a step back and rely more on the team. And this is a balance that we are trying to find, and it's something that we have put focus on, especially here towards the end of the season, because I think we always want to give. You have to with this team. You have to give them freedom, and you have to make them. And sometimes it will look stupid, but when things are not working well, this is the challenge that the players themselves, especially, needs to take a step back, rely more on the team, rely more on team play, ask for flash. They focus on utility and these kind of things.
So what would make this major a success for Falcons?
Do what we have been doing this season ever since Cologne. We have been working extremely hard on, as I said before, mostly the in-game stuff. Majors are a lot more on the mental part, and this is where we have to take all the things that we have learned throughout the season and just do the same. I mean, it's maybe a little bit of a cliche. Just do what you did the last 4 months, but to be fair, every time we have lost or every time we have identified an issue, we have gone home, we have tried to work on it, we have fixed it, and then we have improved immediately for the next tournament. Coming in here and saying that we should win this tournament or the biggest success is to win, I think it's something that is out of your control, because we have 15 good other teams who wants the same, who have the same ambitions, who are working just as hard as us. So we cannot really control that, but if we can show the same face that we have been doing for the last 4 months, then we have a shot at it, and this is what I'm focusing on, that we have to stick to what we've been doing for the last 4 months. Then the result will come itself eventually, but cannot control it here. But I know that these players, they have what it takes, and hopefully that will be enough.
Perfect. Thank you.